I'm pretty sure this is working. Sorry for the very generic deep breath to start things off. Nerves are just all-time high right now. I want to be... Listen, first things off, I want you to know this. I want to be the best version of me I can be. And I want to... My number one goal with this channel, with my life, is to make people smile. And that includes myself. And I've been not feeling great recently. So yeah, a few things I want to talk about, just like what's been going on with the channel recently, what we're going to be doing for the rest of the month. A Crazy Night's still happening, by the way. That's still going off as normal. We're going to do all the games. We're going to do Honor 2003. We're not going to be driving as the Carrot Top car, though. We will be driving as Greg Biffle in remembrance of him. He was truly a fantastic human being, and the world is not the same without him. So yeah, first off, Honor 2003. Stream on Tuesday will still be Honor 2003, but it will not be the mock series. It'll just be a miscellaneous bullcrap. My favorite. Reason why is, reason why is I'm very close to canceling the mock series. Like, first off, most of, like, everything that happened is not available on YouTube. Which is kind of awkward having to, like, recap it all in a pre-race segment, or just, like, forgetting about something not being mentioned, and just having to off-candidly mention it during the broadcast. But, also because, like, a few of the plot lines I don't think are both, like, some planned plot lines that either age really poorly or I don't think I can handle with enough care. Like, I mentioned a plot line that's gonna end around Daytona Season 2 for the Cup Series. I don't think I'll be able to handle that subplot with, the sensitivity needed for it to be, not offend some people. Like, I'm not planning anything directly offensive. It is meant to be, like, a bit of an uplifting thing, but still, I don't think I'd be able to, like, handle some of the topics in it, like, well at all. Also, just so you know, if there's any background noise, it's probably my family. We have a lot of people over today. It was a Christmas party. That's the reason this stream is happening so late. It's also the reason I'm not at Donder stream right now. Sorry. Yeah. Also, I mentioned how there was gonna be a goofy subplot, like, in the off season, on, like, that was gonna, like, let me, like, open up, like, my creative freedom on, like, what to do. That was, well, during the hurricanes in Jamaica, Greg Biffle was out there sending help again, and we made I think I made a few jokes about, like, the wording of Bob Pockers or Jeff Gluck, whoever posted about it on Twitter. They worded it to make it where it kind of sounded like he was sending in his own private military. So I thought it would be funny, like, during a bonus race in the off season where Greg Biffle just sends in his private military to take over NASCAR, and, like, kind of fix it. But yeah, then Thursday morning, Greg and his family passed away in a horrible plane crash. Again, Greg, one of the greatest people to ever walk this earth, just saved so many lives during Hurricane Helen, and genuinely one of the greatest drivers NASCAR's ever had. Again, world's not going to be the same without him. Again, I thought I initially wanted to, like, do the subplot with, like, someone else, but I don't feel comfortable doing that anymore. Like, just generally. So, if you've been in the Shenanigans Central Discord server, you probably know that I was working on a project called the TRL, that stands for the Toucan Racing League. It was meant to be a side project of, like, it was meant to be, like, another Honor 2003 offline series that took place in the same timeline as the Toucan and Mock series. It was to include both people from the like people like me, Dolphin, Harry, all that from the Toucan series. Uh, Tow car drivers that were unemployed at the time. I didn't know Kyrock was going to become a thing when I was first making that concept, though. And just general characters from other media that do exist in the Toucan timeline. Yeah, this is like kind of complex to explain. There's like 2.5 timelines in the overall series of what's going on. There's the timeline on Donder's channel where, well, not specifically just Donder's channel, specifically the timeline with the Brainwreck Battle Royale and the Brainwreck Grand Prix. Basically, it's just one timeline where all these different characters just exist in a shared universe together. Like, they all exist, like, on the same planet. There's a slightly alternate version of that timeline that's where the Hunger Games on this channel take place. Basically, it's the same thing, mostly, but the Bulag is, like, a lot less of a thing. It's like, all the Hunger Games take place in a simulation, and everyone comes back to life no one really dies. They just respawn afterwards. Yeah. And lastly, there's the timeline that the Toucan series takes place in. There's still, like, a few, like, fictional characters that still exist, like, Dale Gribble, of course. Tokar's still canon to that, of course. Hell, by proxy, WarioWare is canon to it due to, again, well, WarioWare was gonna, well, the WarioWare characters were gonna play a very specific one. Yeah, I'll be honest, like, I'm gonna be upfront. The canceled plotline that was gonna be Daytona was a somewhat adaptation of the original Ashley story, or just sort of an incorporation of it into the universe. Again, very sensitive topics with that video. I do not think that I would be able to handle that well enough. So yeah, that's the whole reason behind it. Alright. What else? Alright, what was I talking about again? I'm very mentally fatigued. Yeah, Toucan series. Yeah, even then, the WarioWare characters are still canon to the Toucan timeline anyways, due to the Crygor sponsoring Fearless Fred and Tokar this season. Yeah, so basically the Toucan series. That's just the timeline that the Toucan Plays sign-up series came in, and the TRL was supposed to be in. I'm planning on bringing back a concept similar to the TRL, maybe like holding back on like the gang being in it. But instead of taking place in the Toucan timeline, it take place in the timeline that the Hunger Games have taken place on in this channel. Again, I should mention that timeline, everything that happens in Donder stuff is still canon. It's just by the same, like it's just like all of the Brainwreck Battle Royales in that timeline were done in the simulation grounds as well. So yeah, that's the one difference. The thing is, there'd have to be a lot of headcanon. Not headcanons, just like retcons. Sorry, just clear my throat, got a lot of mucus. So, yeah. First off, well, yeah, this is like the hardest part to talk about for me. Like, yeah, so, yeah, I've had quite the, for during early spring and into, like, the late fall, I had a very, like, that was when my WarioWare hyperfixation was at the maximum. And, I'll confess, over that time, I did start to develop a bit of a crush on Ashley. That sounds stupid. I'm stupid. I look like an idiot for admitting it, but just so you know, again, I'm 16 years old at the moment. I'm pretty sure Ashley's canonically, like, 15, even though she's, like, so short, or something. At the very least, she's mentioned as teenage in the description for the Ashley Story series. So, yeah, it's definitely not okay. We all have our, well, it's not definitely not okay, I'd say. It's like, it's fine. Like, we all have our fictional crushes when we're younger. I'm still developing. Like, I'm still a kid. They're excited about something down there. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that though this like thing doesn't carry on to when I'm older. So I designed a fictional character, well, an original character, just to sort of like as an outlet for that, just to help me separate myself from this parasocial relationship. And I've been hinting at making OCX canon and stuff before, but I did. Yeah, I was going to make a character. Alright, let me try and get him on screen. I've only drew him once. Sorry, my drawing skills aren't the best. I never colored the sketch I made of him, and that even then that sketch is nowhere near perfect. Oh, that's a very large image. Sorry for the technical difficulties, people. Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy I made. His name's Sonny Stevenson. This is a character I've been working on. He's gone through a few revisions. Again, I barely draw in general, and even then my skills aren't great, but yeah, I'm proud of this design. See, I made Sonny as an outlet just so I can separate myself from the parasocial relationship I was beginning to have as an Ashley fan. So, like, instead of, like, imagining, like, myself in those... Again, I should mention it wasn't anything too bad. It was just, like, just me thinking Ashley was cute, and, yeah. So, yeah, so instead I could just imagine Sonny and Ashley being a thing. And I still, I'm probably explaining this really badly, you know? Again, I sound like a freaking idiot, and I sound like a freaking dork, and yeah, that's true. I am a dork. That is very true. Always has been, and that probably will never change. Yeah. So I feel like I'm really getting closer to fully separating myself from Sonny. Again, I initially wanted to make Sonny as... Yeah, again, I'll explain this really bad. So I'm starting to fully separate myself from Sonny, but the thing is, with some of the storylines we've done over on Donda's channel, that separation still is too much. The one I'm really thinking of is when I casted that what is it, the resurrection spell to bring everyone back for after the Burnout Battle Royale finale. That was the one time where that was like the one major time where me and Sonny were still definitely the same person. And Donder's wanting to retcon some things. I've talked to him about it. We're probably gonna have to retcon that sooner rather than later. But yeah, Sonny is a separate person from me. I want him to be a separate person at the very least, and I'm working on making that change. Let's see if there's even anyone in the chat right now. Oh yeah, Dolphin. I'm not sure if you're still here, but I'm not going to be in VC yet. Just wanted to talk on my own. Ah, crap. So yeah, that was like a lot to own up to. I get that all that was like really stupid. Like, especially you have a crush on a fictional character in front of like an audience is just a very stupid thing to do. But the thing is, I'm trying to get over that, and yeah. Again, even though I'm still wanting to still want to like get rid of those like thoughts of a parasocial relationship from my head, I still like the concept of Sonny and Ashley as a thing. Like, I think they'd be pretty cute together. Also, I should mention that drawing. Yeah, that drawing I made that the last night I was in West Virginia on vacation. That was the same night my Sigamy hyperfixation began. And I'll admit, yeah, Sigamy has basically like been the best thing to happen to my mental state in the past like 6 months. Like, I have never gotten this excited about a ship, like this happy and joyful over a ship since when I first got back into Sylvays after Toucan World Finals 3. I'm very happy about it. It's been a big release from it, like just. But even then, it's sort of felt like running away from it. I also kind of forgot to mention the big thing that was making me want to get away from everything. So, a lot of the Ashley fan art I've seen is on Pixiv. It's a mainly Japanese-based art website. Like, there's a lot of cool artists on there, definitely, for sure. But Pixiv has, like, one fatal flaw. And that's the fact that you literally can't block people on it. Let me say this again. An art platform where you can't block people. There is a block function. The only thing it does is that it prevents that person from private messaging you or following you. That's all it does. There's a mute function that lets you mute up to 500 tags or just things in general. But you need to pay a membership for it. A membership that's like $40 a year, and I'm not doing that. And because it was there's like so many awful people that make this like lewd fan art of a character that's like 15 years old, potentially younger. I had to get recommended that stuff constantly, and it constantly just flashes in my head. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, and it's making me scared that I'm becoming like those people. I don't want to do that. I don't want to become like this monster. I don't want to be like them. I don't want... I'm sorry for reaffirming this so much. It's just that it's been my biggest fear over the past few weeks. And admittedly, I didn't really do a good job at handling that. Like, of course, you know, I have a very strong sense of justice when it comes to this stuff, more than probably most people. And so, when they... Never mind. Not never mind. It's just, so when I found, like, that these people were doing bad stuff, I wanted to see how bad it was. So I just looked through their profile, and I exposed myself to more of this bullcrap. Like, I wasn't making it any better for myself, just, like, seeking out more just to see how bad it got. Like, I wasn't getting an enjoyment out of it. It was making me even more angry, but... Like, again, I don't like it. I hate it. It's just, the reason I kept looking at it is that I wanted to know how bad these people were specifically. Like, how deep the problem went. Because, like, with the way Pixiv works, you can, like, just get recommended some art from a person and it's mostly fine. Then you, like, click one button on their actual profile and there's just oodles and oodles of bad stuff. Like, it's stuff that should land them in jail. But the thing is, like, I had to know how bad... I just wanted to know how bad the problem was, and that really ended up having really negative effects on me. I know what I should do now. I should just, like, if I see it, just block, don't look further, ask no questions, don't look at their account again. Don't try and see how bad the problem is. Just end it. Just end the problem now, just by blocking them and get out. Another problem that's had is that it's made me very, very paranoid when looking at new artists. Like, there's always this worry in the back of my mind that they're also one of these bad people behind the scenes. Like, it's been hard, man. Like, I don't want to be... I don't want to become, like, someone who like... it's so hard to admit. I don't want to become a pedophile, okay? I don't want to become a pedophile. I don't want to. But in my research and just seeing how... Just, like... I'm not making this look better for me, aren't I? Like... like you guys know me. This is a very tight knit community on this channel. You guys know that I wouldn't be into any of that stuff. I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion. It's usually yeah, and you just believe me when I say this. I was only looking just to see how bad the problem was. I guess it's not that I was craving like the art. I was like wanting to be mad. I was getting myself mad. Like part of me liked getting mad at this stuff. Again, just I wanted like part of me wanted to just get even more mad about this stuff. Like just go on a rant about how bad, how horrible these people are. But still, again, I don't want to become a bad person. I'm doing my best every day to improve. I've stopped using Pixiv. I've taken better precautions when looking into people. I've blocked any accounts that have made this gross art. Yeah. I'm doing everything I can to become better. I'm sorry I keep repeating stuff so much, but I just want you guys to know I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to be the best person I can be. Like, I'm just worried that if I word something wrong, I'm gonna get really bad consequences. Oh my gosh, I just remembered about the whole Roblox thing. So yeah, recently someone has been hacking into my Roblox account and been playing like femboy roleplay games or public bathroom simulator. Like the whole public, like the fact, like I'll randomly just open my Roblox account and I'll just have those games in the recently played. And I have not played Roblox in months. I've uninstalled it from my computer and my phone. I don't want to touch Roblox with a 15-foot pole, especially with all the horrible stuff they've been doing recently. It makes sense why multiple states are suing them for child safety violations. So I do not play Roblox. I'm pretty sure this is someone trying to frame me. I have a very good idea who it is. I'm not naming names, but I have a very good idea. And I'm taking the safety precautions. I'm putting my password but I'm just so you know, I just want the world to be a better place. I want the world to be a better place. I don't want anything to come off wrong in this. I am trying my best to be a good person. This is that if I'm gonna want to make the world a better place, I need to know the right way to make it a better place. I can't keep like going down further into these mines of like this horrible stuff, cause it affects me. Like I just need to block, report, and move on. Don't look further into it. Well, that was a very long tangent. So yeah, if I do that new art, yeah, I'm asking for you guys' 2 cents. Do we quit the mock series, because I'm getting really close to doing that, and go back to a revamped version of the TRL that takes place in the Hunger Games timeline? I was planning on merging the timelines, but that would cause even more crap to go down. That require a lot of retcons. Plus, I prefer the Toucan series being more based in reality compared to the Hunger Games. Right now, I'm leaning towards just doing that new series instead. I already have a few cars. I can just like change the contingencies and all that, and we'll be ready to go. So yeah, closing thoughts. I want to do better. And some things are changing on the channel soon, like the programming stuff. Again, 8 Crazy Nights ain't going anywhere. NR 2003 is still tomorrow. Hunger Games, those will still be on Tuesday as well. I'm opening the fan vote after this stream, so you can choose who you want. So you can send in who you want to make it. Of course, the whole lineup will be revealed during the stream, so be ready for that. Yeah. I really hope nothing came out wrong during this. Like, I'm very bad at managing my words. Like, sometimes I say stuff that just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I've had a lot of mental struggles recently, and I'm trying to get everything ready. Get everything ready for the 8 Crazy Nights. Just better myself in general. And it's gonna take some work for me to be fully mentally back where I should be, but it's gonna be worth it. I want to be the person that you guys can look up to for advice and all that. And in the state I'm in, I'm not really I'm not really capable of that yet. Well, that's gonna round things out for the stream. Until next time, Jiao Hong Shu!